Yeah, come on! Welcome to the Yeah Come On show with Southside Steve.
I thought yesterday I did the current logo, Yeah Come On, and I had it really in 5 vision, which is almost impossible for the normal folk. You would have to go to yeahcomeon.com and buy out your butt to get everything, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Now you have the old school logo.
The Yeah Come On show, the old one with the new one,
And the waveform. It's the waveform in the back.
Which way? I'm going that way. There.
Yeah, the waveform in the back is
so weird.
Yeah, come on. You're spoken in waveform from you.
Yeah. From me saying, yeah, come on. There we go.
Which contrary to popular urban legend, is that was started by Jeff Hullinger, but it technically dates before that.
Boy, I hate when that comes up.
It does come up, doesn't it?
It does. And I can tell you quickly
he kind of appropriated it for a while, right?
He did. He liked it. The reason he appropriated it is because he had seen a porn by a guy that sells RVs now who would bring Chris Rude for concert tickets 8 tracks or not 8 tracks.
VHS tapes of
yeah.
porn?
I think Beta is where he started. Chris had an old Beta thing. Then he went VHS. And he would bring in porn. So he would record it because he had this giant satellite in his backyard. So he was this is prior to
no
this
internet.
Is early 90s.
Yeah, this is there wasn't a sex shop on every other shopping center, no internet. You had to like mail order VHS tapes or get it from this special satellite channel.
Right, the satellite channel. So he was ordering it. So it was the equivalent of the Playboy channel back then. Spice or whatever, yeah. And it was some hardcore. So Hullinger, he's not a porn guy, at least not on the surface. Rude is.
Yeah.
So they're in there watching it, and it's Beth, Kevin Zeppelin. They're all in, and I'm just started with the show. This is like May of '95, and they're watching it, and the guy's hooking up with the chick, and he's like, "Oh yeah, you know what I like. Oh yeah, you know what I want. Yeah, come on." Yeah, come on. Yeah, that's it. You know what I like. So Hullinger would do the diatribe of what they watched to really poke fun at them for watching it.
Mm-hmm.
But so he was being a little above brow, a little white collar, like, oh yeah, you know what I want. You know what I like. Yeah, come on.
But he would do it when he would do the sports reports. He would throw it in there.
Yes. And then I was like, wait. I've been saying, yeah, come on the radio. Ramp 2, Gate 2, Aircraft 233 out of Gate 32, clear with Fort Walton Beach in 5. Yeah, come on. Number 2, let's start her up. You know, the prop planes, the commuter airlines, I'd said it. So I was like, oh, God, I better, pee on this now.
Mm-hmm.
So I started saying it. Hullinger's saying it and I'm saying it. But he's saying it amongst 3 or 4 things, not just, yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I like. Yeah, come on. And I was like, and then I started saying,
you kind of shorten it like you did when you worked for the airlines.
Yeah, come on.
Okay.
That was it.
Okay.
So then it comes time, after 2 years of Hullinger doing it, he kind of backed off because he saw I was owning it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, I wouldn't say it was uncomfortable. Jeff came in for 2 hours on the show. So we would start at 6 to 7. Jeff came in at 8, and then he would leave usually around 9, maybe 10. And then, he had to do news. He would do some noon stuff for Channel 5 and then the late night sports stuff. Mm-hmm. Or he had somewhere to be to, interview sports guys. So when I got ready to trademark it, I was like, I got to trademark this. I got advice from people. You should trademark it.
Did you trademark it pre-Regular Guys or did you trademark it during the Wake Up Crew years?
Right after the Wake Up Crew. In other words, during the John Boy and Billy years.
Okay, so before Larry Wax could snag it up, because he probably would have trademarked it before you.
Yeah, instead he stole "Don't Step on Down Power Lines" from somewhere, from some weatherman, and then Petitong from a prisoner. There was literally a prisoner that wrote us a letter that these prisoners were listening to us in jail, and he said his word was Petitong. Larry's like, I remember him talking to, maybe it was Tim Andrews, like, how long's he in for? And I think he was in there for like murder. He wasn't getting out for 30 years. So Larry goes, well, I don't have to worry about it then. I'll take Petit Tong. I'm like, oh my God, you stole a dude in prison's trademark
For murder.
for murder. Petit Tong. But Down Power Lines was Larry's, but obviously it's been said by many a newscaster. Weatherman. Yeah, come on's been said, but not the way I spelled it or the way I did it. So that's why I spell it C''MON. I didn't want to have it, yeah, come on. And people write it to me that way, COMEON. Just looks stupid.
Yeah.
And it's not marketable either.
No. The way you have it now is the right way.
And that's all me on that. So I give myself a little credit. So I called Hullinger. The days of Christopher Rude and the Wake Up Crew were over. Beth Keppel and I were the only survivors. Kevin Zeppelin's gone. Hullinger's gone. Christopher Rude's gone. And it's John Boy and Billy for 6 months. Beth, literally, hand to God, I think she cried almost every day.
So she ran the board and like did the traffic.
No,
right?
I did.
Oh, you just still you started running the board, and so she was just there doing traffic. And
Well, I
news.
didn't run the board when Christopher Rude was there. He ran it, and in the second Rude left, I went through what I will call the weekend of hell, where I lived at 96 Rock, being shown the board. I'd already knew how to run the board. Willard is the one that taught me to run it, and Alan Ao showed me a couple things, but really Willard gets the credit. I sat in on his day shift for about 3 days learning, and I had to learn, to do weekends, and I did that. But then, man, when you're doing John Boy and Billy, I needed to know everything.
Yeah.
There was a lot of stuff I had to hit and do. So then they had a guy come into the market that trains people, and he came in the studio with me and goes, tell me what you know. I'm like, this. I obviously know how to put things in queue. I can load this, and this. I'm doing the commercials. I'm doing the music. I got all that. He goes, perfect. Now let me train you to run our show. And they did it for a full weekend before we launched on the following Monday.
Yeah, people don't realize in the radio studios back then, before it was digital, you had to use all the channels.
Oh, yeah.
For the music, the commercials were on different channels. You had to manually fire everything. Nowadays, everything's just stacked on a computer with one channel. Just watch the level. That's really all a board op is now. Just watching the level.
And if you want it to stop, you literally insert a pause.
Yeah.
Like with your keyboard.
But back then, you had to grab it from the satellites and record it and play it back, and forget about phone calls.
Oh, yeah.
So it was a
phone
lot more.
bed.
It took a lot to run a board for a morning show back in the 90s, for sure.
Right.
Compared to now.
And they wanted me to take local calls because they wanted local enthusiasm that wasn't going through the show. So when the show broke, they would do their commercials.
Yeah.
And if they played a song, they did it. So I knew the exact amount of time. They'll be back in 6 minutes, 28 seconds.
Yeah.
We always made sure we didn't run over 4 commercials. So I stacked the commercials. Those run. We do a bumper. You're listening to the John Boy and Billy Show right here in Atlanta with Southside Steve and Beth Keppel. Then Beth would do the news.
Yes. The local news. Yeah. Yeah.
And then I would do promotions.
And so you had to back time everything.
Everything was back
You
timed.
had to know when they came back. I did the same thing with the MJ Morning Show on the 80s channel in the early aughts.
Yeah, people have no concept of that.
That was one of my first gigs at Clear Channel. My first full-time gig was running that, just like having to back time it because they were piped out of Tampa, and we had to put in our commercials and our traffic reports and our news.
Yeah, and these guys were coming out of Charlotte, so you've got a giant, and you had it too. You've got a number screen that comes along. They insert it. The engineer puts it in, and it's a countdown clock.
Yeah.
So you're watching it. Beth would finish the news, and she'd be done, and she'd look up at the clock because nobody could see us. We didn't have cameras on us like we do now. And then she'd point to me, and I'm like, I got it. And then I would basically have like 28 seconds left. So I would literally back time 28 seconds. So I'd start talking, watching the clock like I'm right now doing. And I would say, hey, 96 Rock, we're going to be live out at
Barnacles.
Barnacles. Join me from 8 until 10 tonight at Barnacles. It's the Battle of the Bands, and I'm back timing.
Yeah.
And then you get done and go, and then they did not want me to say the John Boy and Billy Show. I was not allowed. I don't know about you.
They had their own little rejoiner.
So I would say that's what's local today with 96 Rock. And then I would stop, or I would be talking about something Katie Kiley was doing. And then I would stop right at the time. And then all of a sudden, here it comes piped in. I slide it up, and it's It's the John Boy and Billy Show live from Charlotte. And they're literally in like 50 markets, 60. Unbelievable. But they were not in major markets, Atlanta, Dallas, and that was about it. And it didn't work in Atlanta. It went 6 months, and then it went south. So during that time frame, I really was like a business of my own. I was getting a ton of gigs. I had to be the face of 96 Rock because we got a morning show that doesn't exist. It's not local. They came in once or twice during that 6 months to do something.
Yeah, and then so that's when you decide to get the trademark. Yeah, come on.
And I trademarked, yeah, come on.
And then the regular guys come in, and then boom.
I've
you're
already
part of
got it. And that was one of the selling points to the regular guys because I interviewed with Opie and Anthony. They were in the building. They quickly made a decision to go to New York because they had an offer there, and they took that. The regular guys were the second offer. I remember them flying in, and they had picked a producer already because they felt like if it wasn't Atlanta, it was another market. I think Jacksonville and a few places were looking at them. They grabbed a guy called The Critic out of South Carolina. He'd been on whatever Wave or Dave or some kind of show out there, and they grabbed him. So they needed a fourth person, and he's producer. He's taking the phone calls. He makes all the little drops because he's a musician, and he's in the back room. They needed somebody, that third person in the studio.
That already knew the board that could run it right away.
And they wanted local, and that's how I got the gig. And I remember him going, well, he's got a trademark. And they're like, a trademark? I remember Eric going, what do you mean trademark? I said, I trademarked a phrase.
Yeah.
He goes, so you own it verbally? And I went, yes, and in print. And he's like, all right, sounds good to me. Larry, we got a guy with a trademark. Can't do much better. So it was a big joking point, but now here we are literally 30 years later. And there's a show open, and it's brought to you by the Exit Wealth Studios. We're right here. Jeff and I are headed out shortly to change into golfing clothes. So he will go from White Snake. I will go from old school, yeah, come on. And we will put on our golfing best. And
that's a perfect transition. I'll be wearing my regular guys Skins Games polo from circa 2002, 2003.
You're going old school.
Yeah.
People are going to love that. Does that have the cheetah logo on it?
No. Oh God.
Or is it a Skins game?
It's a Skins game. I don't know if I have that one. I know I have one that's got like Audi.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have the white one that would have the cheetah logo. I've got two of them. I'm not sure what logos
I've
are
got
on.
them too. That's funny. God, I might wear the same damn
Yeah.
thing. It's your bit, but I think it's funny. People are going to come up to you and be like,
No,
dude,
we should. If you can find it and it fits, I think we should both wear them.
and just retro it.
Yeah.
A little bit of regular guys in old school 96 Rock Skins game where the caddies were naked. Steve MZ brought to you today, right now, by Rapstar USA. Don't get it confused. It's not like, yo, what's up? You're going to do what you do when you do what you do. No, it is wrapping your car, your vehicle. Started out wrapping buses. It's Star Coaches. Danny Hamilton and Danny Jr., they wrapped their $1 million buses for a fraction of the cost of paint. And now it's become so popular for people to put a paint job on their vehicle. The wrapping they're using, they say it protects the paint from fading, and you get a different color, maybe close to the color you got. And then if you sell said vehicle, you can have it removed, and there's a brand new paint job. Or if you're a business, you can have something written on it. They also do all the banners. They wrap, the graduation banners you see all over town. They do those too. They can do things for weddings, parties, anything. Just go to Rapstar, WRAP, starusa.com. Now, I got to tell you, I'm in your backyard. Valerie Bertinelli, she's everything to you because you loved her husband. You love the band.
Yes.
You are the biggest Van Halen fan. I know. It's a top three for you.
Yeah, I can tell you that they met backstage in Shreveport in 1980 at a Van Halen concert.
Wow, so it was
That's
1980.
how they met. I think that's when they met, 1980. They got married in 81, but they met while Eddie was on the road at backstage, Shreveport, Louisiana.
And I think Eddie, and I'm not trying to step on anything here, I think he looked better for him when he went with the short hair. And towards the end, that last, 5 years before he really got sick, I thought was his best
Yeah.
look.
Well, plus he got his teeth fixed because
His teeth were horrible.
Yeah, he had bad teeth for a long time.
She sucked face with really bad teeth. And I'm like, you got to hand it to her. But I'm like, dude, you're a millionaire. Fix your effing teeth.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why people don't.
Yeah, like Kevin Kenny.
Well,
Driving and Crying.
A lot of people say, and I love Kevin in the band. I mean, hell, I've known them as long as my radio career. Those guys are hilarious. But I think somebody told me, Kevin didn't tell me, but somebody said that Kevin said he's afraid if he ever did get his teeth fixed, he wouldn't sound the same.
Mm-hmm. Probably Eric Von Hessler told you that.
Probably. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's true.
I don't know. Maybe he may be using that Barbara Streisand line. I think she used to say, people, Barbara Streisand, why don't you get a nose job? Because she's got like the hook nose.
She had a honker.
Well, it could change the way my voice sounds. So that's a legitimate thing if you're a singer.
I get it. And she could sing great, and maybe it becomes something sexy. I don't think I could get past it.
Hook nose?
Yeah, it's too much. Too much. I mean, there's certain things I can get past, but not that. Valerie Bertinelli is talking, and she's on with Jenna Bush.
Mm-hmm.
And and she has a new sidekick, and it's on the Today Show, and we love the Today Show because that's how we get Chloe Malas. She's on basically Today Show, NBC in general. She covers pretty much everything on the street as an entertainment reporter, and she's on our show. But it says Valerie hasn't been with a man. She's like
she's been single since she got divorced. For the second time?
Yes.
I think, yeah, she was married to a guy for a while.
Right. And she's not really claiming outwardly, but she has said that love affair with her and Eddie was as bad as it was good. Like, that is the love of her life.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how they met, they were rock stars.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody thought she was hot, and you're like, damn it, she hooked up with. How do you take a girl from Eddie Van Halen?
But I can tell that his drinking was always an issue. There's a clip of them around the time they first got married, and they're doing an interview together for, I don't know, whoever on TV, and Eddie asks for a drink. And then Valerie goes, oh, here comes the booze.
Oh, no.
She kind of gives a dig in front of everybody. And this is like in the early 80s, so it goes back that far.
Wow.
I think that his drinking was a big issue in their marriage.
Well, I can tell you we're going to find out more because Chloe Malas is saying that she'll come on the show with us. She must be watching it live, and she heard me just talk about the Today Show, and she said, hey, do you want me to come on?
Okay.
So we could call her in just a second if Mike can make it happen.
Yeah. Mike can make that happen.
But real quick, so Valerie has basically said, she was on because she's acting again now. She hadn't done anything in probably 5 or 10 years. And she's the role she's in is, I guess it's either her father or the lover. I don't know. I saw a clip of it, but it's dealing with Alzheimer's.
Mike says he's ready to call her now. Ready?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead. We'll go with her logo in just a second. Why not? We're talking all things Today Show. Boom. And right now there's David Markwell. I love that. And there's Chloe. Hey, girl. What's up, Chloe Malas? Chloe is all over the place, man. If you follow her, you should follow her. And her last name's Melas, Chloe Malas. Hopefully she didn't pick up the first time. We'll just call her right back. Might just try one more time because
Please don't leave a voice.
I will not leave a voicemail. Can you imagine the amount of messages she gets?
Well, just from spam calls. I'm about to do that too.
So what does it do? Explain, Mike. Yeah, just call her. Jeff and I are just vamping.
I just keep getting these robocalls. For some reason, just recently, a lot of people are getting them. They're really doubling down. I get 10 a day.
I get some,
and I'm ready to give up on the phone and just, you got to text me. That's all you're going to get me is to text me.
Oh, so just don't. So when you call, if I don't pick up, there's no way to leave a message.
There is, but I'm considering turning it off.
Can they do it where it's written? Because I get the written message.
I get that too. So now I get a text too. Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. It's like, come on, that's a very old school way of
Isn't
trying
like
to
making
sell.
any money doing that? I know. It's like, how is it even worth it? I get it. It doesn't.
It's a
cost
numbers
anything.
game.
Yeah,
it's a numbers game.
Still, the numbers got to be zero. Who's responding to these and doing business with these robos?
Lonely people, older people, maybe somebody that has Alzheimer's. I don't know. I don't know who picks up. I'm going to tell her we're calling her now. I love the live radio stuff.
Well, it is.
Hey, girl, we're trying to call you now on our hotline number.
Please don't leave a voicemail. Instead,
You can return the call whenever you have a chance. We're currently on air. We'll pipe you in live. Will. I hate when I'm trying to say, you know, the will I'm trying to do. The will,
I know.
W-E apostrophe I-L-L, and it always writes it W-I-L-L, and it makes me look like a jackass if I send it. And I want to look.
Well, I'm surprised the thing doesn't try to offer you some AI assistance for your text.
Yeah.
It does it for your emails. I'm like, I don't need your help, AI.
We'll pipe you in live. Pipe. That's a good word. Nobody uses the word pipe anymore. We'll pipe you in live. I sent it. So we're going to keep moving. That's what we do. Really, it's just Valerie Bertinelli acting again and saying that she has not had any partner since said divorce. But she said, what I am missing is, I guess even in the other guy, she goes, I haven't had intimate love in like 15, 20 years.
Meaning she hasn't
Made love to somebody.
Uh-huh.
There's sex
Wow.
and there's making love. So I guess that's Eddie. Maybe this guy,
Well,
before
they-
she married him, I don't know anything about the second husband.
that was in they got divorced in the early 2000s. So yeah, but she was with a guy for a while in the aughts until I don't know when.
Did you know who
but
he wasn't in the
I forgot
business?
his
Wasn't
name.
famous.
Yeah, no.
He had to have a little money.
Yeah, I remember him being like a shaved head, like a bald shaved head guy.
Oh.
I forgot his name.
It's
but-
funny. You know what? We're not going to mention him. Sometimes we just identify one person with another, and that would be Eddie Van Halen. But that's the short of it in Steve MZ. Anytime I see that. But Valerie Bertinelli acting, they had her on the Today Show literally yesterday. So check out this new movie that she's in. Again, they had a clip. I didn't want to air the clip, but she looks like she's passionate. She's just an excellent actress.
No, she's always good. Yeah.
But she didn't have to do a damn thing when you're married to Eddie. You just take care of Eddie.
Hmm. And Wolfgang.
Oh, yeah. Politictainment. What in the hell's going on? What do you think about? Do you think there'll be mass deportation if it gets ugly? You're starting to see other countries with the angry Muslims. I'm seeing more and more videos because of what I watch. So it's comes to me, and I probably need to change the algorithm because it
Well,
makes
you
me
can't
upset.
change. You have no control over it. You have to just stop watching things. It's I don't know. No,
God.
you can't control the algorithm.
But it's showing people like literally burning the flag, and there's a percentage, I would say 70% Muslim, 60% Muslim, and then there's all the overweight white people with colored hair all in, and they're basically burning flags and saying down with America and all this other stuff. It's scary.
There's I don't know.
I mean, there's pockets. I don't know how many or what, but they said in England it started at 500,000 and then it quickly became to like 10 million people. And they just want that. It's a 30-year plan to take over a country, 30, 40 year. They come in with the liberals allowing them to come in all nicey. We're here to assimilate. We are going to do our religion. You do yours. You can put a mosque next to a Baptist church. It's all good. But at what point does Sharia law come into effect in the country?
Well, not here.
I hope not. How could it with all the handguns in people's homes?
It can't. It's not.
I don't think so either.
No.
I don't think it's literally a worry. But would we ever, would the government ever just come in and look at identification and try to run people out of the country that hate America? I'm talking about people that hate America that are here.
No.
Should anybody be allowed to be here that hates this country?
Well, you're allowed to be here. You just gotta, you can't break the law.
You just can't break the law.
Yeah.
So you're allowed to literally say, I hate this country because that's the freedom.
I guess, yeah, you're right. You can.
You just can't break the
I don't
law.
know, but if you don't like it here, I don't know why you'd want to be here. That's on you.
Have you seen our grocery stores? Awesome. Did you have any politics today, or?
No, I like that, Rand. I'll save this for later. This isn't. I was just going to mention what's going on in California with the Los Angeles mayor race, but we'll save it for later. It's heating up.
It is heating up, and I will tell you, it's a little Steve MZ-ish.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
It is because of who it is. It's a reality star, but Pratt. I mean, this guy, I remember him on the hills, and he might have been on Laguna Beach prior to, and it was just stupid. It was all these different people that were rich because their parents were rich, and they either went to college or went to a specialty school and all hung out.
Right, and MTV made a reality show, and the rest is history. But Spencer Pratt from those shows is running for mayor.
Yeah.
Legitimately, I thought it was a joke when I first saw it.
No, this is
He was in a
no joke.
debate with them last week with Karen Bass, the current mayor.
Oh yeah,
The one that got in all the hot water with she went to Africa when the fires happened last year.
well, and also the guy, the whistleblower, has on audio saying, "I'm getting out of town," and she literally got out of town 2 days before.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are wondering if the fires were set on purpose, and there's a delay on rebuilds because that land is allocated for something else.
Oh, okay.
There's all kinds of conspiracies.
Well, looks like Spencer Pratt wants to fix it, so we'll see how we're going to keep an eye on it and cover it on Politictainment.
We will cover it on
And
Politictainment.
Steve MZ, actually.
It's actually a story for both. We may have to hit both. Mike, you know how to do it. We're
Yeah,
not doing
it
it
goes like-
today. We hit both sounders at the same
We'll
time.
do it today. We can do a practice run.
All right, go ahead. Hit it once and let's hear what it sounds like.
Politictainment.
Do it. It sounds kind of evil. Oh, it's Chloe.
Oh, it's Chloe. All right, we'll
Mike.
take Chloe. Go ahead. Hey,
Hey.
girl.
Hi, Steve. I'm so sorry. I didn't know that was you guys calling. I'm here with, we have a huge announcement that we can talk about. I just revealed that I'm working on a book with my friend Judy. So if we could kind of make the interview about that, my co-author and brilliant friend, Judy Battalion, we both have ulcerative as you know, my journey. She's here actually with me in the car. We're on our way to actually go meet with Hoda. So you can do a joint interview with us.
Well, I can tell you right now, I love a good joint interview. We'll do it. I was going to tell you how I cheated on your girlfriend from college, Amanda, my wife, with Jennifer Aniston, but I can let that go. We'll let that go. That's what I was going to bring up.
Okay, well, we could do that too, but then also, we can talk about Stephen Colbert. His last show is coming up in less weeks, and I saw him the other night, and I was on TV talking about his, the end of his show. What does it mean for late night? So we can talk about that too.
No, I love it. It is today with Chloe. It's always a good day when we have Chloe Melas, entertainment reporter for NBC and the Today Show. And
Hold on, wait, Steve, were you using all of what I just said just now?
yeah. Do you not want me to?
Oh,
You're live.
no. Well, that's okay.
Is
Hi,
it
guys.
okay?
Never mind.
Yeah,
I didn't know we were live. That's
you are
okay.
live.
Cool.
No, I wrote in the message, we are currently on air. So if you call in, we're just going to hype
Good.
you in.
That's great. Well, here then I'm going to hand it to Judy, co-author. She's a New York Times best-selling author,
okay.
and Steven Spielberg is turning one of her books into a movie.
Nice.
But we've decided to write a book about gut health. She also went to Harvard. Here's Judy.
All right, Judy, how are you
Hello.
doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. So who's wearing the better shoes right now? Has anybody got exposed toes right now in the vehicle? I got to know between you and Chloe.
Exposed toes?
Yeah, I mean,
Freezing here in New York. What are you talking about?
I don't know. It's just what I do. I love Chloe's toes, so I'm a big fan. And I saw her last week in a denim outfit. So if denim is back, I love it. But the fact that you're writing a book with her about gut health, we'll get to that. But tell me about Steven Spielberg and which book you wrote that he's turning into a movie.
Well, fingers crossed it will become a movie, but Steven Spielberg, Amblin Partners, had optioned my last book.
Okay.
It is called The Light of Days. And it's the true story of young Jewish women who fought the Nazis from within the ghettos in Poland and were part of the underground resistance against the Nazis during World War II.
All right, that's awesome. I had a woman on my show, and she's from Poland and goes back to visit, and obviously she's got the accent and all of that, but she is hilarious, and she has also schooled me in a lot of what took place with her parents and her grandfathers, about the Nazi regime, because they've always lived in Poland. She's the first one to move to America, and she's fantastic. So I kind of know what you're talking about. And I'm sorry, what is your full name? How can we get your books?
Sure. My name is Judy Battalion.
Like a battalion, like an army.
BATALION. That's right. I'm all army.
You're
I'm
all army.
Yes.
So the Judy Battalion, her writings are forcing movie directors to make books into movies. I like
That's
it.
right. That's right.
Well, that is incredible. What a storyline. And obviously, 100% on those girls' side. I mean, that's the thing. You know, when you come in, do people fight back or do they lay down? So, what an interesting story. I would love to see the movie. So, hopefully, it gets made. And obviously, you've written other books. What are you and Chloe doing? What is Gut Check? Is it what I think it is? Is it about our diet and the things that are in our food, or is it getting rid of a beer belly?
No, this is a book. It's called The Girl's Guide to Guts. And it's a book about, it's really personal stories of some people who have, Chloe and I have bowel disease. And there's been an enormous increase in bowel cancer and really all forms of bowel disease in the past recent years, in particular among young people and women. And no one's really talking about it. And so, we decided to share our stories really in the hopes of opening up conversation and reducing the shame around these diseases.
Yeah.
And it's funny.
And it is, you know, and there needs to be a sense of humor about it. You're right. When a girl goes to the bathroom, a guy can leave the door wide open, just go blah, 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 splatter, splatter, whatever he does, and come out. He can have a conversation with his wife on the toilet. But you girls are supposed to disappear somewhere in the house, and you go to the bathroom, yet we've never seen you do it. We've never smelled it. And you're roses. Anything that you do is roses. My wife has never, ever even farted in front of me because she's so embarrassed. But we all do it. And you're right. We got to stay healthy.
And, this is Chloe now. I mean, look.
Did I go too far, Chloe? I did not talk about you going potty. I did not. I've never seen it.
Listen, bathroom habits are taboo. And we are really excited to help reduce stigma and shame and create a community. And this is not just for women, it's for men too. And like Judy said, these diseases and issues are on the rise, whether it's genetic or environmental. And I think it's all of the above. And we interviewed top experts, and I revealed the cover on the Today Show. So if you go to my social media page on Instagram, you can check it out. It's on sale now. It comes out December 1st. We are really, really proud of it. The Girl's Guide to Guts. Shout it from the rooftops. Order it for your friend, your mom, your sister, your wife, or someone that you know is suffering from gut issues. I'm telling you, you will not regret it. So we gotta get those pre-sales, Steve.
You know what? I am all about pre-sales. I will share it on all of my socials and talk about it. And I think it's fantastic. I'm glad you're doing it. There's nothing Chloe Melas can't do. I'm a number one fan, and I love you and my wife and your relationship and the fact that I get to talk to you. Give my love to NBC and the Today Show. And quickly, I'd be remiss because we were talking about it. Jenna Bush had on Valerie Bertinelli talking about her new movie and that she's acting again because Jeff's a big Van Halen fan. And I felt bad for her because she said she just hasn't had intimacy in so long. She just can't find that guy. And I didn't know if you had any comments for that story, if y'all keep up with each other's guests.
I love Jenna Bush. She's an incredible champion of mine and is becoming a dear friend. And Valerie Bertinelli, what an amazing woman who has been so open about so many different things. I think that people have just loved her for decades. And so, it's obvious why she comes on the Today Show as much as she does. And, I think that women need to be talking more about all of the different issues that we face. And I just did this big piece ahead of Mother's Day about postpartum depression and women that are really leading the conversation there. And so, I mean, there's so many things to talk about. And also, I just want to end on back to entertainment news. Stephen Colbert, his final show is going to be on May 21st. CBS getting rid of the entire late night franchise that was once helmed by David Letterman and Stephen Colbert. As you may remember, I interned for him in 2008 in the summer. So it's definitely sad to see this end, and I think it's not good for the future of late night in general. I think these shows are really expensive to produce. Less people are watching, and I think when our kids are grown up, I don't think they're going to be watching late night in its traditional form.
Yeah, it is a shame. I know change is inevitable, and you got to deal with change. Jeff, any comment for you? Because I know you're a big SNL guy, and we all love late night television.
Well, SNL's not going anywhere, but yeah, the traditional late night talk shows are over. I'm sorry, it's just over.
Yeah, I hate it. I look. I don't know about you, Chloe, but I always watch Johnny Carson or even Stephen Colbert, and I know that you speak highly of him. And who better to know than you, being an intern on his show? And it's got to be bittersweet, But hey, you've got us in the AM. We're watching you. We love what we get on NBC and the Today Show. And as always, our best to Savannah Guthrie, who I know is starting a new show. We've covered that on ours.
Yeah, Wordle.
Yeah.
So happy for her. A bright spot in her life. Well, I love you guys, and I'm so glad that I could call in, and hilarious that everything was live. But that's what happens.
Hey,
so
we are live without a net. If you would just walk us out with the woman next to you. I just want to make sure we get her name and her book and the book you're working on, and take care.
yeah, I mean, it's Chloe Melas and Judy Battalion, our book, The Girl's Guide to Guts. It comes out on December 1st, but it is available for pre-order now. And if you are interested in learning more about Judy, she's written 2 books on World War II. One is called The Last Woman of Warsaw, and then the other is called The Light of Days. So thanks for having us.
Thank you. It's Today with Chloe, entertainment reporter, NBC, Chloe Melas. All right, man. We basically, that was impromptu. We put the calls out. We also have a call out to Sarah Tiana. We want to talk.
Oh, but Mike just said she's calling. Oh no, it's not Sarah Tiana.
Who?
He thought that she was calling.
No.
Well, he could. I was like, he was actually relieved that it's not back to back.
I'm making sure she didn't leave a message.
You did. I think your phone did get a little beep.
It did get a ring. Yeah, that was somebody else.
All right. Well, Mike says because we had that bonus, Chloe, we sports. We're going to talk a lot of golf over the next 2 days for our golf tournament we're going to be playing in.
Yeah, and I just want to let everybody know you're going to get 2 great shows. Jeff and I will not be in the Exit Wealth studios. We will hit our sponsors. Again, special thanks to North Atlanta Golf Carts for being there for us. Go to North Atlanta Golf Carts, which are right next to Chateau Elan. That is their Brazelton location. The Yet Come On deal. Ask for Craig Riddle. Yet Come On gets you $500 off a used. Let's see what you get off a new. Say Yet Come On to Craig Riddle. Special thanks to Small Sliders located in Marietta. There's only one. There's about to be 5, and we're going to represent them all over Georgia. And then, of course, I want to thank our mental man. That's a great name for him, the mental man. And that would be David Markwell of MarkwellTherapy.com if you want to give him a call. And we wrap it all up with a little Rap Star USA and Danny Hamilton. And hey, from the Exit Wealth Studios, Jeff Cole and Southside Steve sit. But I can tell you the next 2 days, we're going to be live at Chateau Elan for the Angel Flight. And we want to give special shout out to Steve Craig of 99X, who will be there and emceeing the event, who's also a pilot. And Jeff does all the bags. So again, if you ever need T-shirts made, a lot of shirts. Jeff, you don't like dealing with the 12 shirts.
Not the Gen Pop.
You don't want 24 shirts. You like doing tournaments,
Corporate events, swag. Yes.
Because you give a good deal on corporate events.
Yeah.
You don't want to make 9 hats for the Smith family going to Orlando.
Right. That's the Gen Pop.
Yeah, we don't do that. But call us, get in our DMs. If you've got an event, Jeff will price you low. But that's it. That is our show today. And we're going to get into a track 13.
Yeah, just do this real quick. Since we mentioned so much about Valerie Bertinelli, Van Halen Deep Cut is always a good track 13 pick. So I'm just going to grab something.
Can you do something off of Diver Down? That was my first 8-track. In other words, when I bought my 72 Cutlass from a guy named Jeff Renner, we're in high school together. He was going off to college. I made that car rock star. I started driving it around and working it, and he left me with a Pioneer 8-track, and the 8-track. He goes, you can keep it. It was Diver Down Van Halen.
We will definitely do that because this came out. It was made right after Eddie got married to Valerie Bertinelli, 1982.
Wow.
Diver Down, which by the way is Eddie Van Halen's least favorite Van Halen record because there's so many cover songs. But this one we'll do is not a cover song. It is a great tune. You can listen to it, watch the video description. Link in the description. I can never get that right. Link in the description right below. It is Van Halen from Diver Down, Little Guitars on the Yeah Come On show.